that. Let me move you a little bit. Alright, so what we do here for the buttocks, you got the buttocks, you got hip problems and lower back and your legs. What you do, lay back and use your hands, and what you want to do is lift up and grab your buttocks, and what you want to do is kind of just squeeze them and tense up either the left or the right, depending on which side it needs to be worked into place there. So you grab that and you just keep grabbing it and kind of just work it out from the middle, out, because you want it to come out around you like that. So your bones, that's how your butt is, you know, your butt goes from this side, from the middle, and it comes out around you like that, which holds your body and your ribs and everything. That's the same thing for your shoulders. Your shoulders, your arms are basically like fitted into the sides here, so you're fitted in, so you want to make sure you're fitted in. You're not too far out this way or this way, or you're up, down, or back behind you, you're too far down, or you're too far up, or you're not evenly like that. Because your bone, your back, your spine is always straight. It doesn't matter how your body moves or anything. Your structure and your bones are always straight. That's why when an injury occurs, it was too much for that straightness to absorb, and what happens then is it breaks. So then you get injured. Because like I said, everything is a straight line. Your bones and everything in reality, it's all a straight line. So what you want is you want your stuff fitted in. You want all your muscles and veins and your bone and your skin, and you want it fitted in. You want it to come out from the middle round, so it supports and holds your body like it's supposed to, the muscles and the skin for the bones. So the bones will then go into place, and then they'll stay there. Once you get your backbone and the rest of your structure fitted back in and connected, then when you move around, you can move around and it won't pop back out of place, or it won't move too far this way, too far that way, or pull on something or this or that, and then it'll pull it back out or move it too far out again. You know, you want to get it centered back. See how your body is you have the right side and you have the left side, and then you have your spine. With your bones, you don't want your bones pushing into your spine, so they stay out here. Your bones and your structure stays out, but it's always fitted in. You still have your arms and your legs and your head and all of that all fitted in, you know, so when you move, it's all the length of your bones and your arms and all of that all come into play. So when everything is fitted back in, then you're pretty perfect. You know, you're like perfect again. So you're moving, everything's working, it's perfect. But when you're injured, you're moving, things aren't perfect anymore. You know, you got this moving out too far, or this pulling down, or this is happening. You know, so you want the way it is that you want your body and your bones to not push in to your backbone. You want them to stay out. So that is how it is. You want the stuff to stay out. You do not want it to push in. So this way your bones and your muscles can move and do the things that they're supposed to do. Or if they need to go back into place, then they can move and they can go back into place. And your legs and your arms, what you do is you get under your arm here, hold that up. What you'll see is that your bone and your structure and your shoulder, and what it is you can basically tell that it's like not fitted in exactly where it should be. That's why you're getting this problem here, and it's causing more pressure and stuff on your other side, or maybe somewhere else in your body. And you can also do it on your left. My left is pretty good. It's in there. My right, you can tell my right has been pulled out. I pulled my right out too far, so I got my right. It's not fitted in the socket, and my right side and all that's not fitted in. But that's what happens when you do things and you get injured, and then you do other things and you get injured, and then you try and fix your injuries, and then you get injured again after you fix them. You know, you fix your thing, you know, you fix your injuries, and then you get injured again, and then, you know, and then it gets worse, you know. It don't get better, it gets worse, and then it gets even harder. The more you get injured, the harder it is to get it fixed, you know. So, and also with the legs, show with the legs and everything is that you take your arm, what you want is to pull in and out. You can also do that when you're laying down with your buttocks. So what you want to do is you want to put your elbow into your other leg, and you kind of just want to work your hip and your leg and your bone structure throughout your body. Let that just kind of move around. Because like I said, you want different bones and stuff to push and move around and get back into place. You know, you got like all these dents. You got all these dents and stuff all from people banging into you, and cars driving by, and things moving around you, and this stuff happening, and then your injuries. You know, so what you want to do is you kind of just want to pull that back and forth though in your leg, and if you put your elbow into your other leg, which will cause those bones also to work out. So you're not just working one side, you know, you get both sides of your body working. And what you do is you just kind of work that on your right side too, just back and forth, and pull out and pull it in. Like I said, from the middle, I go from the middle around into. What it does is it fits in, and then all of this straightens up, and your shoulders also. With your shoulders, you want your shoulders to come over, so it holds in the middle here. You have that holding. You got your shoulders holding in your strength, and now your body. How your body is. How your body works, and that's how the body is. And when you're moving around and you feel this stuff pushing towards you, you have your right, you have your left, and you have your middle as your spine, which the right and the left stays out where it is. It don't go too far, it doesn't come too far in, it stays. And it doesn't push, it stays. When the body moves, all of this moves, and nothing's pushing in or pushing out too far. It's all within its own length and its own structure is your body. So you know, that's how things are, people. When you're moving and you're thinking, when you're out here in the world, that's how you should be thinking, really, though. You know, you shouldn't be thinking some other stupid stuff, you know, like, you think right, and things will be right. If you're not thinking right, what I'm saying, then things aren't going to be right. are. So you got to be thinking right for things to actually be right. You know, and if you got other people out here and they're not thinking right, you know, then that's what's pushing into you. It isn't you, it's the out stuff, the cars and the people, and they're not thinking right and they're not doing right. So, you know, that stuff's coming at you. You have to keep in your own mind and your own doing what you're doing and how things are, so you can keep your body and your injuries, you know, from being too bad. At least, maybe if you can't totally fix it, you know, at least you can keep it from being, you know, hurting every day or something. Maybe help you out a little bit. But yeah, that's what the legs and the armpits and the buttocks. You lay on the ground, and then you just grab each side. Just grab the right side or the left side. And basically, like right here, you got your butt. That's the butt bone right there. And then you got your booty, the butthole. What that is the butt bone connects all of that right there. All of that into your spine. So if that's not centered and pushed up in like it should be, you know, when it's too far over here, too far over there, that's why you're not getting the movement in your body, because it's too far over here or it's too far over there. It needs to be right in the middle, and everything else needs to, and your muscles and your veins and all that needs to come forward, and everything else needs to fit in, so then it can be back into place where everything should be. So you do that, you know, you just work around your body, and you just push back in, get the dents out like I said. Also right here in the front, you got your two fronts here. This is your right, or this is your left, this is your right. So when you turn, what you do is this turns. But see, your leg, your other foot here is pointed this way. So you gotta wait for it to release and turn. You turn and it releases. Then your body straightens back up how it should be. You know, you gotta have patience and time. You're not a little child anymore where you can just, you know, and you got all these injuries. So things are gonna take time for it to come back into place. You know, your body's not just gonna be able to move and do the things that you used to be able to do until you get it totally fixed again. When you get it totally fixed again, then you'd be able to move like that again and do stuff. But that's if you can get it totally fixed again, though. But yeah, like I said, you get in there or lay down. With that, you lay down. Oh, yeah. All you do is lay down. You just put your hands in there, and your knee, and that goes from here to your foot. And what you do, you just pull that in. Let your hip come out. That pops out from your lower, and this your thighs. You want to get these bones in your hip and your thighs and your leg here and your knee down to your foot, and get those fitted in. Do that with your left too. When you do, you kick it out. You know, straighten all that out, and then just kick it out a little bit, get the bones and all that, and your body straighten. You know, what's that gonna do is that's gonna push all the way back up into your body. That's what that's gonna do. That's gonna push these bones in your leg and everything. That's gonna get them straighten back out and push all the way back into your body. See, you got to get the rest of your ribs and your shoulders and your neck. Like I said, you got your your upper neck, your mid back, and then your lower, which are the three main bones there. If those are out of place, which mine are, things are always going to pop back out of place because I messed it all up again, but oh well. Things happen when you do things like I do, So like I said, you got your left, your right. What that is that's just standing out, not pushing in, not pushing out too far, not pulling. It's just, and then you're gonna let all the rest of your bones throughout your body and your head and everything, and you let those just pop back how they should be popping. It's not really you thinking, it's just you doing and letting it happen in your body. Sometimes you might need to put some thinking effort into it, if you know what you're actually thinking, if it's you and not someone else, because you're the only one who knows how to think for yourself. You need to know how to think for yourself. If it's you who knows what you're thinking about, and you can fix yourself, then that's what you need to do. It's not these other people. Their very talking is corruption. Their very existence is corruption, because they are a different human being and they are sending out their existence. Their existence is not your existence, you understand? So if it's someone else and they're talking, that's their existence, not yours. That's why it's never going to happen for you. You have to do it yourself. You got to put a little bit of thinking effort into it, maybe, or maybe a lot. Maybe a little bit, maybe a lot. It differs. Sometimes you got to do things hard. Sometimes you might need to do something really soft or gentle, or to fix something. The body and the way things are very complicated. Things are very complicated, and you have to be able to think for yourself and do and know what is for you, not someone else, because like I said, that's them and you are you. Their information is their information, and your information and your existence is yours, and their existence is their existence. There is no you and them, me and you, or this or that. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's just corruption is what it is. Period. There's nothing else. That's why people are the way they are. That's why when other people come around and they be trying to do their talking and trying to do their existence, that's why people get angry or whatever it is in that, because people are trying to do their stuff to you, and they know it too. They know what they're doing, and I also know it, but you got to be able to fix yourself. You got other people out here, they're corruption is what they are, and they really need to accept that. They really do. And the government and everyone who's lying to people out here about telling people this and that, they're just corrupting, they're infestating you. They're not you. You are you, and they are them. And that's that. But that hopefully that'll help you fix maybe some stuff in your lower back, your buttocks, your legs, like I said, your structure, your arm. You want to think like that, both right, left, and in the middle, your spine. You don't want things pushing in or pulling out too far, or moving in the wrong directions or something, this and that, which happens when you have injuries. So I don't know, hopefully this helps.